I'm going to put my knife just barely under the bone here, under the rib cage. I don't want to go too far or too deep. And make a few slashes like that. Try to keep the blade close to underneath the rib. There's your rib cage. So what happens when we drop the jigger into the water is the piece of iron drops down. This is a piece of wood, and it floats up to the bottom of the ice. It's got a sharp pick, and that's to our advantage. When we pull on the rope, now we've got it under the ice. When we pull on the rope, this is the motion you get, and you can see how that pick would grab the ice and then move back, and that propels the jigger forward. Every time you pull, you get about 3 feet of distance every time you pull the rope, and it scoots along under the ice. Every pull, it moves 3 feet, so it goes down. Once we get to 100 yards, how do you think we find it under 3 feet of ice? Well, these Métis people who invented this put a knocker on it. So every time you pull on it, you can hear it, right? Every time you pull the rope, you get that noise. So one person follows along on the top of the ice, and you listen for it, and that's how you find it 100 yards away.
Tansi, hello everybody. Sean McDonald, Métis man here. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
I was born a Métis, born on Métis land, raised on a settlement, proud to be a Métis man. Well, today I work in white man's world. I'm married to a Métis girl.
Tell me your full name and what you do for Métis Nation, okay?
Keith Grant, and I'm a volunteer. So I volunteer with the Children and Family Services. We have a winter family camp, and I help out there, facilitate. I teach net fishing and rod and reel fishing, and a little bit of history.
Yeah.
Well, my name's Keith Grant. I'm a Métis harvester. Now, not all Métis people are registered harvesters. We're only about, I don't know, 10 or 15% of the Métis population are registered harvesters. So I'm allowed to set nets winter and summer. I'll start with the net. So this is one of my nets. It's a gill net, and this one has the internal float, and you can see it there. Hey, it's internal float. So it's a piece of styrofoam that goes through the whole rope. So this is the top of the net. The bottom of the net. The bottom of the net is lead lined.
No, this is my friend's kid.
So there's segmented pieces of lead throughout this, and you can just kind of feel how heavy it is. So that drops to the bottom, and this floats to the top when you put the net inside the water. So it's a gill net. The fish get caught by the gills, and they swim in, get caught by the gills, and that's how they stay. In the winter we use our jigger to get the net under the ice. So what we do is we cut a hole at the first end of the just on the ice wherever. There you are. Would you guys mind helping me with this, just to showcase our jigger? Now the jigger is a Métis invention. We invented this jigger. So if you guys could hold up one end, you hold one end up, and I'll hold another end up, and or if you could hold this end, you hold that end. So if you guys could, you can just put your stuff right here. Yeah. Okay, let's just pick it right up, shoulder height kind of thing. There we go. So what happens when we drop the jigger into the water is the piece of iron drops down. This is a piece of wood, and it floats up to the bottom of the ice. It's got a sharp pick, and that's to our advantage. When we pull on the rope, now we've got it under the ice. When we pull on the rope, this is the motion you get, and you can see how that pick would grab the ice and then move back, and that propels the jigger forward. Every time you pull, you get about 3 feet of distance every time you pull the rope, and it scoots along under the ice. Okay, we can set that down again now. Thank you. Thank you very much. So the nets are 100 yards long, and we're running the jigger out. We've got a rope, a 100-yard rope tied to this end of the jigger. Every pull, it moves 3 feet, so it goes down. Once we get to 100 yards, how do you think we find it under 3 feet of ice? Well, these Métis people who invented this put a knocker on it. So every time you pull on it, you can hear it, right? Every time you pull the rope, you get that noise. So one person follows along on the top of the ice, and you listen for it, and that's how you find it 100 yards away. Ingenious.
Oh yeah. Métis ingenuity.
Ingenuity, for sure, eh? Yeah. So we go and find the other end of it. We've got fluorescent paint so we can see it through the ice. So we'll shovel the snow, and we'll be able to, we can see it even in 2 and 3 feet of ice. This particular jigger, I built it at home in my garage. So we'll get back to. So now our jigger's gone 100 yards with a 100-yard rope. Now the rope is underneath. We're going to pull the jigger out of the second hole that we cut. We're going to tie the net to the. So we're feeding the net in as we're pulling the rope through. The net goes along 100 yards. We tie it at the top, both ends now, and we put 10-pound weights at the bottom just to hold it in place. We leave it overnight. The next morning we pull the net out, and here's a picture of what happens. We've got our fish in the net now. And here's a few examples. So after that, we have the option of putting the net back in or pulling it right out completely and packing it up. So that's that part. Now I've got an old saw here and an old set of ice tongs. Those are hand forged ice tongs, and this is actually an ice cutting saw, and you can see how the handle's been placed in a different than the regular wood saw. Okay, so this is an actual ice cutting saw, and this is what our ancestors used to cut the blocks of ice, to put them in the ice houses when there were no refrigerators and there was no electricity in this country, in the West Country. Anyway, let's move over to the cutting table.
Sure.
Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the fish now. Come on, kids, you gotta see the guts. I won't even put this on. All right. Oh, I'm just going to mention that these are homemade tools, and this is what we use to remove the fish from the net without breaking the net. So I made these from a broomstick. Now my broom's this tall. I know. You have to pay me to leave. Okay, so we already had a look at the walleye. The walleye's got big teeth. Oh, there, now he's opening up. He's got big teeth, eh? And they're sharp everywhere, and that's their defense. is they're sharp here and razor sharp right there. They're sharp in every little spot on their heads, and that's part of their defense mechanism, so the big fish won't want to grab their head and kill it and eat it because it's too sharp. So this is a spoon that I had in my drawer. It's just a teaspoon or whatever. I had it in my drawer for years and years, and it was big and heavy and ugly, and I thought, why? Into the garbage with it. And then I looked and I thought, no. So I brought it out, took it into my garage, I bent the handle back, and then I sharpened the edge of it. Yeah. So it sees multi-service now. I removed my whitefish scales for the fish scale art with this, and they come off easily. But for the walleye purposes, we remove the cheeks. There it is. There it is. So that's your walleye cheek, one of them. We'll get the other one out because this is the kind of delicacy part of the walleye. The kids fight over. Yeah. So I'll take this one out as well.
Hey, Maya, come here.
Oh yeah, cheeks.
Is that loose? Is that tooth
Yeah.
still loose?
There we go.
Your tooth still loose?
So there's our cheeks.
Here.
There we go.
Now,
Come here for a second.
That's part of the fish.
yeah, these walleye have a hard bone here. That's part of their defense mechanism, and one here. So I want to angle my knife. I want to get in behind those, and I want to be able to get as much shoulder meat as I can out of this fish. So there we go, just like that, eh? Now I'm going to turn my knife sideways. Oh. And I'm going to kind of pin it down and just follow the backbone. And you can kind of hear it. There we go. Now, what I get here, I like to make walleye chowder. And I'm kind of fussy when I do cut my fish. I want to get all the meat I can out of it. So this becomes walleye chowder. These little pieces like that. Now there's no mistakes when you're cutting fish, but there are smaller pieces. So that's the one side. I keep my fish close to the edge of the table so that I can get my hand down and keep the knife flat. So again, I'm going toward the shoulder. You see how my hand stays below the table. And again, I'm just going to follow that vertebrae. There we go. Chowder meat. Now, a lot of people, and I've learned by watching others, a lot of people don't keep the cheeks, and a lot of people don't keep what I call the wings. And I'm going to cut those wings out right now. So I go down, and this is actually under the jaw, right? I'm going down halfway here. Go the same on this side. There we are. Now there's a bone in there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut through it, but not through the skin. Turn my knife flat.
No. Not beef jerky, moose jerky. Dried beef.
There we are. So these are the wings. I call them the wings because once you fry them, it's just like eating a chicken wing, just like that.
And there's no bone in that one.
There is a bone, yes. That's the only bone that we expect to find out of this fish when I'm done with it. So typically I will take the head. Oh, you want to see the heart? Okay. There's the walleye heart. We're going to put it right there.
Isn't that big?
And we'll flip it. There.
She likes chicken hearts, this one.
Oh, well,
big
that's a fish heart right there. Yeah.
A delicacy in our family.
Yeah.
So, normally what I'll do is I'll, when I'm at home, I'll take my cutters and I'll snip. And then I'll run my cutters along the vertebrae, each side.
You did the cheeks there. I cut them out last year.
And then the vertebrae I use in my fish scale art. So I'll boil it, separate the bones, and you get the round piece of a flower, and you dye it with coffee brown, and then you can do a yellow flowers, the fish scale art. The head, same thing. You can boil the head, and you can remove the bones, and it's a lot of nice artwork piece bones that look like butterflies and wings and this and that. So that's another way you can use most of the fish.
Nothing wasted.
Just the wiggle. Now, I'm going to put my knife just barely under the bone here, under the rib cage. I don't want to go too far or too deep. And make a few slashes like that. Try to keep the blade close to underneath the rib. There's your rib cage. So these are small bones, but you can still use them for fish scale art. These rib bones you'll use for the stem of the flowers. I'll trim this off. Nobody wants to have that. Okay. So we're going to remove the meat from the skin. I take my time because I like to see where I'm going and try to get all the meat I can off that skin, similar to that.
Very nice.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna continue using the skin as my work table. Now there's a little row that you can see here, and I'm going to cut about 1/8 of an inch on either side and about 1 inch long, because what we have in here is a row of bones right there. That's a row of pin bones. I call them pin bones. So nobody likes bones in their fish. So I'll do the stomach side first, and I call this zippering. So I'm taking the stomach side off just like that, and that's a boneless piece of fish right there. Now I'll do the same thing on the shoulder side. There we go. And here come the pin bones. Oh, so I missed a little bit there. So I'll just start over with my blade. There we go. And then that's the end of the rib, or those pin bones. Oh, I got one there, one straggler. There we go. So again, boneless piece of meat. One of the Métis ladies I just met earlier today, she removes the scales and tans the walleye hide for leather. Yeah, and they do artwork with it and stuff. Yeah, so I'll put that aside for her. So I'm going to do the same thing on this half. Just make a small slash. Come on. And again, keep my knife kind of pointed upwards a little bit, just so I'm not cutting the stomach meat, or too much of it anyway. There, I lost a little bit there. It's not too bad. So we can use those for the fish scale art. I'll just remove this. And again, we get to the edge of the table, pin it down. Now we all have different methods of doing this. This is just mine. This is my style. There we go. That kind of looks like what you want, the end result.
It's all good.
Again, my table. Little slash on either side there. Stomach first. Hey, one last wiggle. So when I rinse these at home, I'll double check for bones. And there's that row of pin bones again. And we have another. There we are. Just like that.
Just like that. Well,
Hey?
that last
You ready
part-
for the
that
fry
part-
pan?
That last part you done, that's all new for me.
So boneless walleye.
Very good.
Hi. Yeah.
I just filleted mine the other day.
Did you?
Not like that.
Well, come on. Show me how you do it.
That's very good.
Anyway, that's
job.
my style.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot my tip jar.
Don't lick yellow snow.
Yeah.
Come on to the lake, I want you to stop in and show everybody around there how to do that.
Which lake?
Wait, wait.
Slave Lake. Oh, they all know. They all know already.
All of it.
Anyway, that's how that worked. I work with the environment and climate change. We visit different lakes throughout Alberta, lakes of concern that our citizens have notified us about. We go and take samples from the fish, so that involves setting nets. We take samples and cut the we measure and weigh the fish. They each get their own ID number. We check them for any visible deformities or abnormalities. Then we cut our sample piece depending on what the university wants from us, whether it's a 10 ounce or 10 gram sample or 20 gram sample. Those get bagged and numbered and everything. Those samples get cut and bagged and sampled and then sent to the U of A. They test for things like mercury, lead, aromatic hydrocarbons, and that's part of the oil and gas activity in Alberta.
Yep.
And we get the results back from the university lab, and we're able to tell our citizens what fish can we eat and which fish from which lake we shouldn't be eating. Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
So I also get to volunteer working for the youth department, doing fishing and this and that kind of stuff. I teach fish scale art at the youth department on occasion. Who else?
Busy man.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, be busy. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you for this interview and everything you did here and the presentation. Very well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you don't mind, yeah. Check it out on YouTube, the Métis Man there. So, yeah. You betcha.
Yeah, that'll be a new thing. YouTube.
Okay, can I ask something? Hi, very much. Nice meeting you.
Same.
Thank you. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much.